test test. Sounds look good. YouTube up. YouTube goes up in 1 minute. Okay. There we got our Twitch. Perfect. See where we got last time. We added a ramp time variable to the laser, which should increase the energy of the beam itself, making it look more visible and brighter as we keep firing on the same target. This ramping also increases the damage the laser does. This is what we have to finish implementing before we make the laser shop. So we got some work ahead of us. We currently tried to return an array, but I talked with another streamer and he suggested a tuple. Then I saw it kind of looked like tuples weren't a thing in Godot in GDScript. The arrays were more like a replacement for that. But a dictionary could be a good alternative. Let's see. Oh, and I can dock the restream chat here. There we go. Take a look. Yeah, the YouTube is live. Great. So the ramp multiplier, the damage comes from the weapon. And our target, each frame we send the target to this script, as well as the delta time, in order to make sure we are hitting the same target. we use the owner of the target, get the root of the enemy, the character body 3D instead of the hurt box. This way we can allow the player to move his laser everywhere on the enemy and change from hitbox to hitbox, hurtbox to hurtbox without having to ramp the laser again. We only care if it's the same enemy, not if it's the same hurtbox. See previous owner. I'm not sure. We are not updating the previous owner quite yet, so this would have to happen at the end. Previous target owner. Target owner. Great. That should fix that problem. So if we want to return a dictionary here instead, we can do that. Have to verify the syntax though. We want to have two keys to our dictionary, which is ramp multiplier and energy multiplier. Ramp damage multiplier and ramp energy multiplier. That should be good explanations. Current energy. Now we remove this. And this is not accepted because we are asking for a float, but we can instead say that we want to return a dictionary. And we double check if the syntax is correct here. You can use ChatGPT for this. Is this syntax correct for returning a dictionary in GDScript 4.5? I forgot to give it. Okay, that's fine. So these multipliers are going to be a dictionary, and then we access them like this. Okay. That's fine. So this ramp, see where we call it. Maybe we don't call it anywhere yet. But it should probably be called from the laser gun. If it's firing, first we can do the ramp check. This should be a dictionary. And do we reference the ramping node yet? ramping node. Let's see what we called it here. Just a ramp like this. Let's make sure our target is updated. We do aim before. Aim checks the target. And he updates it as raycast target. So that's what we need. The collider we get should be a hurt box, I believe. Yo, Rhino. WSG, what does that mean? Welcome to the stream. Aiming weapons does hit enemy hurt box, yeah? And the delta time is just gonna be delta in this case. This. And these two are gonna be used when we calculate the damage. That's good. Ah, right. I'm good, thank you. I'm trying to sneak in a little bit of coding before I have to run off to a D&D session. I'm currently coding lasers. A laser weapon, and trying to have it ramp damage as you keep targeting the same target for a long time. Also the energy multiplier so that it's glowing more and more. Awesome, bro. Lasers for the win. It is difficult. I have been struggling. I don't think I have the time right now to look for a reference, because I'm almost done with the laser, and I'm basically gonna try to get it done quickly. But I'll have a look at your game. See, I can open it here. I've saved the link for after the stream so that I can, as I said, I don't have time right now, but I will make sure to check it out. Thank you for the link. I see, but I also have to like verify the link and everything, because I had a person come in and give a link which was a virus, and it got a lot of trouble, so I have to do that first. Let's see. But I appreciate you sharing. I'll make sure to check it out. Okay, so we are updating the ramp here. Then we try to fire. And let's see. When we fire, we do a laser damage tick, where we call hit target. So this does both hit the target and it's accountable for the bouncing. Now the problem is the bouncing is probably gonna need a multiplier as well. Because here we hit the enemy. Oh no, it's fine. Because we are passing the hit enemy function to bouncing, we are gonna reuse this. We're gonna just calculate like final damage, ramp damage. Where we get the weapon stats damage. This is the raw baseline damage. We multiply it by the damage multiplier. And then we use this when we do damage. That should be enough to fix the ramping, I think. Let's see. And here, energy multiplier, we called it something else like this. And how are we using this? Move tracer. So the move tracer, which script is that in? Here. Alright, so we're passing the energy multiplier forward to the tracer array setup function. I believe it should be this one, bullet tracer. Where we have the setup. So far we are not changing the energy here. I'm considering if I should always call emission energy or if I should lock it behind the bool, which only makes it available for specific weapons. What I'm wondering is if we do the material emission energy multiplier on a weapon which doesn't use emission, is it then gonna bug? The start, finish. Setup, start, finish, and energy multiplier. So we add it here. Should be a float. Once it's scaled, we can say if uses if emission used, set up this, and then you make a bool out of that. like this. And on the laser tracer, we activate that pool. Let's see. Ramp in base nil, so we go to the player. Laser gun. Add the ramping node. Try again. Trying to assign a node 3D to character body 3D. Okay, so it recognizes the owner of the raycast as a character body. And that might be because we are trying to ramp when we don't target an enemy, which we don't have to do. We don't have to ramp on objects. Here we can say if raycast target is in group. Let's see exact syntax of that. If raycast target dot is in group, enemy hurt box. Yeah, that's the same as I wrote, only with the colon, of course. We only do this. We can also do early return like that. So array tracer index has set up. So the initial tracer were never spawned, it seems. This should run in the beginning. Should add a tracer. Let's see. Weapons VFX. Let's turn on debugging. Okay. Checking weapon upgrade type. Weapon upgrade type bounce. Adding bounces. Adding tracers for this many bounces. Okay. So it seems like it never actually recognizes the bounce upgrade type. The machine gun should have a bounce upgrade here. Hmm. Let me see if it recognizes it. Can we buy here as well? It seems to be bugging actually. Did I accidentally change something with the bounce enum? Weapon upgrade type bounce. It's something to do with this. Missile launcher cannot upgrade bounce. That's fine. Piercing homing missile cannot upgrade bounce. That's fine. Hello, Elemental Magic's card game. Welcome. How are you doing? Not sure why the weapons are actually trying to be upgraded. I think only the machine gun actually should upgrade the bounce value in the beginning. Here, this is the problem. I have accidentally changed the upgrade type in the bounce shop. Okay, there we go. Oh, I didn't mess up. This one, piercing homing weapon, bounce. That is also wrong. So my guess is that when I moved around the enums. Things got confused somehow. You're a master programmer, Elemental. Awesome. I could need your help. Multi-shot, bounce. Here, this is supposed to be projectile speed. Turn speed is correct. Range, fire rate, damage. It does only seem to have happened a couple of places, which makes me believe I could have done it accidentally. Damage, fire rate, multi-shot, bounce here. That was probably max projectiles. Yeah. The first thing I would do is see how hard it is to integrate with IDRS2. IDRS2 can target .NET, so it should be possible. Ah, you haven't tried Godot. I see. Well, if you got the fundamentals down, I'm sure it can still be very helpful to have you. Okay, the laser is back up at least. So wave 1 is spawning. I shoot an enemy with a laser. There's an error here. If not raycast, .target is in group enemy hurt box. Turn, so he's not able to do this one. He's in a group on a base nil. Ah, he can't do it if I don't have a target. Not then sure we have a target then, I suppose. No, he still tries to do it. And I have to have an early exit for... this then. Okay. Key ramp time in object nil. So we have the ramp script in player. We assign the stats. That should fix that one. So what do you like to program them, Elemental Magics? Do you like to program games or do you do apps or something? Holy, the laser immediately got like insane. I guess the float value for float value calculation is off, I guess. And look at this projectile speed. Looks like I messed a few things up. I'll heal him for -9 trillion, it's fine. Recently I've been working on a web page using PureScript and HaloGen. I do full stack programming. I also make games. Wow. You do a lot of different things then. Have you been programming for many years? So this percent RAM. Current ramp time. Starts at 0, so 0 plus delta time. Maybe there's a issue here. Or it immediately goes too high. So I wonder if delta time. Let's see, every frame we should add delta time, count seconds up to weapon stats dot ramp time. This is right. Min 0 max weapon stats ramp time. "21 years, wow. I'm training to become a grandmaster, the 9 metrics. Master dependent typed programming. Learn homotopy, type theory. Reach the productivity of 1,000 junior developers. Be able to prototype systems. 3D modeling animation. Leaf cut problems. All the basics of category theory. Machine learning techniques. And different languages. Alright. Seems like a fun challenge if you're on that path. Also a very vast challenge, a lot of things. So he's saying the logic is correct, but something is very, very wrong with the ramping here. Let's take a look. Current ramp time. Let's try this again, a debugging bool. I think it's fine to use. VFX. It's still a huge distance. I see, I see. Yeah, it seemed very, very big, like a very big task indeed. Let's do it like this and then print. Ramp damage multiplier. ramp energy multiplier. If these are fine, well, it should be plain like this maybe. If these numbers are fine, then it means that it's something in the receiving code where I did a mistake on how I referenced the dictionary that I send back. I don't usually send back dictionaries, so percent damage ramped as 0 to 1 is not a number. Current ramp time is 0. And it stays 0. Okay, so are we dividing by 0 then or something? This doesn't seem to be working for some reason. Let's try to do it in 2 steps. Now we have those 2 steps. And then the weapon stats ramp time. It should be here. Ramp. So we have to set that to a number like 5. Then we need a min multiplier and a max multiplier. This year is gonna be the first year where I really go all out on programming, I think. It does seem like the ramping is happening. It might be a bit more visible if we increase our damage a little. So let's try to figure it out. 7, 14, 22. Okay, it started with 7. $104 to $112, $180 to $189. If it's ramping very bad. Let's see what it says. It does calculate the ramp time to be 5. It does calculate the percent ramped to be what I would consider 100%. It does have the current ramp multiplier set at 3.7. That is a bit weird since we put the maximum at 3. So we should probably again clamp itself current between min and max basically. Minimum ramp damage. Max ramp damage. Okay. Still, I don't think the damage like tripled for sure, unless of course it never reset. It could be that the damage didn't reset, so it starts here. Ramp damage multiplier is 1.8. No, 1, sorry. 0.5. Now if I miss and then go back, you can see the ramp multiplier doesn't reset, and the same goes for the ramp energy multiplier. So the problem is that it doesn't reset when the target is different. It should happen here. And also we should add one here. If not, target owner is the same as previous target owner. We should reset the current ramp time. Okay. So the current ramp time, you see the percentage ramp goes up, 0.6, we miss, and then we try again. Okay, so 3.7, 1.0. It also seems to be bugging with the bounce. It seems like the bounce doesn't correctly scale. Okay. So here Move the tracer. We are not. Okay, we need the energy here. We need the energy multiplier. The flow. The bounce shot. And the energy multiplier here. Let's see, where do we make it? Here, ramp, energy multiplier. There we go. Okay. So it seems like one remaining problem is that if we miss the target without targeting a different entity, then the ramping doesn't quite work. In order to easier debug this, I'm gonna give the weapon a very high ramp multi. This way it will be super obvious if maybe that's a bit too much, 20. It will be super obvious if the bounce shots have ramped or not. So let's see. Yeah, this is like the early exit if we don't have a raycast target, or the raycast target is not in enemy hurt box. We do an early exit, but that's where we have to do. If that happens, we kind of have to reset the ramp time. So if we move these checks to the ramping section here, and then we do current ramp time 0. So if either target is null or the target is not in the group of enemy hurt box, we are gonna do these. It expects a dictionary in return though. I suppose the return of that would be something like I'm trying to think of a solution here now, but where I'm moving is I'm gonna run the ramp function regardless if the laser is shooting or not. And then it is maybe like expensive to do this every frame for no reason though. Okay, how does the return normally look? Like this? Up here we calculate the ramp time, and then down here we calculate the multipliers. And I think now I'm trying to consider, like, should I have the laser immediately go to 0 ramp time if we lose the target for a second, or should it like go down gradually? This is all if target is in group enemy hurt box, to be honest. Okay, so okay. Okay, so then we have to clamp it at at 0. Let's see. After all our calculations, we restrict the current clamp time. Like so. Okay, now you can see the percentage ramped is stuck at 0. It doesn't go below 0. You can test it with bouncing straight off. It is definitely working, but the bouncing, I'm not sure if it does as much damage. It's in group on a null instance. Okay, so it went past, if not target. So if we have a target, then we check the group. If it's not enemy hurt box, we do this. If we have a target and it's in the enemy hurt box, we do this. Okay. Okay, so a singular tick did like 8 damage. Could be correct. The lasers stay a bit too long, or are they not updated every frame? Okay, so 0, 1. It's starting to look a little better. Sure. Sure, it's starting to look a little better. Not sure if the visible upgrade of the laser emission energy was noticeable. I did see it, but I'm not sure if I would have seen it if I wasn't looking for it. Yeah, I guess I would, right? It is quite clear. Especially when we now add like separate impact effect, which also scales with the emission energy. I like how, if we look at the percentage ramped, it doesn't immediately go to 0 anymore when we take away the target. And I think a little bit of leniency right there could be fine, especially if there is maybe some enemies that are harder to hit or something. If you have like 95% uptime with the laser, you should be rewarded, even if you miss like 5% of the time. It's my thought process right there. So there are two things right now. One is that the bounce looks a little weird. It's not really updated as often as we would like. I suppose the problem would be that we would have to here run this this part we have to run every frame. While this one we only have to run when the actual fire happens. Trying to think of where we would make that distinction. First of all, we would have to move at least this part to be called like every frame, but then the update of which target is being bounced on shouldn't update every frame, otherwise it's gonna be completely teleporting around all the time, this laser. You see here we pick a random target. As long as we actually pick a random target, it's gonna be a problem to run this every frame. What we could do is use closest target, where we would have to iterate through eligible targets. So temp eligible targets. We erase the raycast target from it. If we target the closest, the first beam should be towards the closest target of the raycast target. I suppose we should be passing how many times it's gonna bounce instead of repeating the bounce shot function. So let's go to laser gun, bounce. Oof. This music is so loud. Call self-hit enemy. I see another problem right here is that I think there's only one bounce happening every fire instance. In fact. Do we need to specify how many bounces we're gonna get? Which is gonna be basically the bigger number between eligible targets and number of bounces. Let me pass it here. Suppose -1 because originally the raycast target itself is a part of the eligible targets. So, but that gets removed before we start bouncing. It's one less target than what is listed. Okay, so now that we have a number of bounces included here, we can go here, number of bounces as a integer. Now we can use that. We are calculating it down here. Let's see. For index, int in range, number of bounces, targeting method, pick random. Tracer array index. Okay, so we did these calculations already. My bad. previous target. Can't I just do raycast target? What is it that I don't understand here? Previous target. It's used 3 places. It is just set as the raycast target. Bounce target hurt bugs. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. So it keeps track of which target was bounced on last. Okay, so then the beam is gonna go from one to another all the time. Like it's gonna go from 0 to 1 and 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, like that. Every time the beam bounces, it erases the target from bounce targets. Okay, makes sense. We're always gonna, if we want the closest target, we're always gonna go from the distance from the previous target to the new target. For target. 2 seconds, someone at the door, I think. Oh. Just a sec. Aight. We use temp eligible targets, okay. Distance equals I think there's actually like a built-in function to check the distance between 2 objects that you can use. So target 1 distance to target 2, like that. Then we just exchange here previous target to target. And then we check we can add here where shortest distance as a float is 0. Nah, I should make it like infinity actually. And then we say if next distance is larger, no smaller than the current shortest distance, then shortest distance is, I guess current distance is more accurate. So here we update the shortest distance. If it was, if the current distance was smaller than the current shortest distance, and then the target with this shortest distance is now the next target. And these eligible targets, I think there are character bodies maybe? So the bounce target is the area 3D. No, it's a character body because we'll see here we are accessing its all critical hurt boxes. This is a functionality we have on the character body of the enemy, I remember. Okay. We say next target equals current target. I guess we can set it to null to begin with, and then we can check. If we fail to get the next target. Well, bounce target we can use. And it's already declared up here, so we don't have to redeclare it here, but we should specify the type. Okay, we're soon there, I think. We keep updating the bounce target basically to the closest enemy as we iterate through the array here. And then key as well will be to say, if we got a bounce target, we have to make sure to erase it from eligible targets once we're done setting it. The reason why we do this is so that the next bounce, it's not gonna consider anyone that has already been bounced on. Okay, so this is gonna help a little bit. This is gonna make sure that we always bounce to the closest enemy. We do have to update it here though, targeting closest. Should move this laser though. Sticking out of the belly like this. Just put it on the side here. Like that. Okay, let's get some bounce going. Let's see why it's not able to do this. So the previous target is area 3D raycast target. We might have to do like global position. Like that. The laser might actually be a bit too bright. We'll see about that. But yeah. Now the bouncing is always to the closest target. We can see that clearly. I think one thing to like consider is one thing is to consider is that the laser beams doesn't automatically get removed. Wonder if the bouncing, like this one gets turned off when we stop shooting. That's fine. But for the bounce, we need a little bit of extra logic so that if, for example, we lose one bounce target, if we don't then delete the laser beam that was hitting that target, it's gonna stay there. We don't want that. Yeah, you see, like this. Now this laser stays, even though we don't have any target. Okay. I'm gonna knock at the door again. Be right back. Okay. So here we can turn off the lasers. Here, tracer array index, right? You have to calculate which tracer array indexes to turn off. Could maybe do that from the main script as well, though, but it will basically be the first check here. Turn off all bouncing lasers. But then there's also a scenario where we're like bouncing on 2 out of 3 targets. There is still bounce targets, but not all of them. That is probably best to do at the end, I would suppose. Turn off remaining bounce lasers, if any. So we have the number of bounces we can use here. I guess we can say remaining bounces equals number of bounces, and then every time we bounce, we remove 1. Blah, 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 blah. Do damage, spawn tracer. And finally, remaining bounces -1. Okay. We're gonna make this more modular to make it more readable as well. Yo, Trivax W, welcome. How are you doing? Remaining bounces is larger than 0. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Just got notified yesterday that I would get some support to be able to do game dev for a year. So I'm super happy actually. Gonna go all out. Looks interesting. What are you coding exactly? Right now I'm coding the functionality of a laser that should bounce between targets. This specific one should just bounce to the closest target the whole time. And the thing with the laser is that the tracer, like the actual laser mesh, it doesn't, I turn it off manually. It's not the timer. So I have to make sure that if I spawned like a laser already, like let's say laser 4 bounces have been spawned, and then suddenly I only have 3 targets to bounce on, that 4th laser is never going to move and it's never going to go away. So I'm making logic to remove unused lasers. How long have I been in the coding space? 2 years. Like on and off for 1 year, making my first game in Unity. That was my first coding experience. And this is my second. This weapon VFX can be made to turn off the tracers, I guess. But I would have to start from the back of the array of tracers. So VFX, impact effects, tracers, spawn tracer, set tracer active. This one. So this is all the tracers. Welcome, Stolnity. Happy to see you're here on Saturday as well. You can literally work on a game in your spare time. It's just gonna take longer. Yeah. Let's see. What did you write, Illitrax? Is it possible to make a game or a project with not a lot of funds? Or do you always need fund to push the project further and tweak it? My first project I made with 0 funds. Like it ended up not selling, but it's on Steam and it's playable and decent fun, I guess. So for sure you can do it without funds. I think the main thing funds do, like if you're talking just a little bit, it is allowing you to do it full time, of course. That's a big one, and then you might want to outsource some of the animation work and the 3D artwork or whatever that you don't personally feel like it's worth to take a lot of time to learn. That it's better to like get someone to do it for you. It's rare that you're on the weekend. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. Unfortunately, today I won't have much time to stream. Maybe 1 hour more. And yesterday I actually got sick, so couldn't stream either. Does having a bit of funds help you create a project faster and further? Not unless you work with other people, I suppose. Like in the beginning, you would typically make everything with like white blocks and not much art or anything. And at that point, the only thing that you could really speed up is having another person make it with you. But for sure, once you get to like the middle stages where you start adding a lot of art, sound effects, music, and all of these things that come together, that's when it would help to have some funds and utilize other people. My game on Steam, it's called 9 Trials of Whiskers, like this. It's just a platformer, really. It's a bit difficult one. It's like a precision platformer. Very a bit of a rage bait game, I suppose. Very difficult. But the cat is very cute. I think a lot of women fall in love with the cat when they try the game, but then the game is actually made for like challenging speedrunners. So it's a bit of a clash. Yeah, you do that stall, Nighty. I look forward to it. Welcome back, Headboop Games. Glad to see you stop by on a Saturday as well. The tracer active. Thank you. Gotta support the local devs. Yeah, very indie for sure. Small studio. I know nothing much of the dev space. I'm from the crypto space community, but stop by because it looks interesting. Well, I'm happy you stopped by. It's a very good hobby to make games. I would say after spending like 20 hours, you will have, with no experience, then you will have like a tiny playable thing, which not the fun game, but like something that moves on the screen and it feels really rewarding. Do you know anything about crypto at all, or have a bit of experience? No, I don't know crypto, unfortunately. It's not really an interest of mine. I think I would just save in like global index funds or something to have like a safe 7% a year, something like that. But if you were ever interested in checking out like game dev, I have something you could look at here. This guy Brakis, which is one of my favorites. He has this video on how to make a video in Godot. It's only 1 hour, so maybe you sit down for like 3 hours, 4 hours, and you actually will make your own playable game, which is a little bit like one single level in Mario, Super Mario, the old one. Not sure if he shows some gameplay here somewhere. Well, you can check out the video if you want to. It's Brackies on YouTube. Perfect place to start. Illutrax, you a bot or working on in a call center? No, it's real. From the get-go, you started talking about funding and now crypto. I know. It's nothing weird about it really, because once you are into crypto, it's very typical that you are like talking about it a lot. It's you get very invested. You think he's gonna sell something? Well, I'm afraid I won't buy. Yeah, exactly, stolen idea. It's a bit like the same, but crypto is maybe a bit more interesting than veganism. Crypto bros want your money? I'm not so sure. I had a couple of friends who are into crypto. They love talking about it. They never asked me for money. Yeah, I understand Illitrax. It's like there's a lot of people as well that don't understand crypto. Wanting to eat healthy? I don't think vegans necessarily eat healthy, to be honest. Vegans is more about the moral dilemmas of killing animals, right? And how you treat them. Nah, I'm not sure if they really think it's healthy. I think a lot of vegans might actually understand that it's hard to get all your nutritions when you're vegan. I think that's very common knowledge. They should realize that at least. I know a lot of people have a bad image of us because of a lot of people scam, but yeah, we cannot make it general. Yeah, it depends on the vegan. Some vegans will of course think that what they're eating is super healthy. But I think a lot of vegans, they do it for the moral reasons, and they actually struggle to like make a balanced diet, and they think about that stuff. Yeah, everyone's different for sure. But I don't think it's wrong to say that people who are vegans like to bring it up quite often. What am I working on right now? Well, I'm trying to make this laser work. It is getting pretty close. It's like targets an enemy, it ramps over time. The laser gets brighter and deals more damage, you know, as you target the same enemy. It also bounces from target to target. There's just some visual glitches right now that I'm fixing. Iltrax, sorry mate, but you started this off like every art scammer on this platform. I would have probably insta-banned you. I mean, yeah, but I'm not like that. You can search my name on X. Okay, so turn off extra bounce lasers. You want to go from the back of the array? I'm not sure how to do it. For remaining bounds. In remaining bounces. We have this tracer array. And basically what we want to do is go from the back. So -0, is that the first element from the back? Or is it going to be like -1 that is the first element from the back? What's the first and second element from the back of an array? As an int. -1, -2? Or is it -0? -1 is the last element. Okay, so it's basically gonna be remaining bounds -1. Is it? No, maybe not. Yes, because this starts at 0, right? So it's gonna be -0, -1 as the first element, and then next one is gonna be -1, -1 is -2. Swoby Games, how mean you want my first impression of your Steam page? Well, you can be as mean as you want. This game has been out for a year and sold like 30 copies. I don't think you can hurt my feelings. I know it's pretty bad. It's best to be honest. I can learn something. Okay. Tracer, right? So we target the specific tracer and then we can do something. We can set visible to false. Tracer. This should target a specific tracer, right? Do we have to do it like this? Maybe. I know you're gonna mention the fucking oh, the reviews. Oh, that is horrible. I wish I didn't ask the people who tried my game to review it, because now it looks so stupid. That actually only the people who got the game for free while they tried it in beta, only those reviews are there. In the trailer alone, there is a walking animation mid-air multiple times, indicating character controller is not well polished. Ah, that's unlucky, because that's an older version then, I think. Because my newer version has a proper jump animation. Like, this is the new version with the actual running animation and stuff. And here the cat doesn't run in the air like this one. This, if you were looking at the other one, it's an old version while I was making the game. the trailer along. Why the fuck are there 3 text lines of the UI not aligned? Ah, like you mean the time, the coins and everything? That was just how I thought I wanted it to look. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but time is basically what you care about. The dots and the coins remaining is like secondary. So this is really the most important part, but these are things that you could check out from time to time if you have a reason to. Generic boring font. Yeah, I don't think I put much work into the font, except maybe the time. The time font is a bit special, I guess. Well, I want to be straightforward with you. I know this is going to feel like a scam, or you wouldn't see the point of me doing it, but I want to create a crypto coin as a fan coin to you. Okay, there comes the selling, maybe. A bit more of a fan project, then I want to redirect the fees to you, donate and support you. Before you judge anything, I would like you to at least make the effort to reading the article I'm going to send below so you understand what I'm trying to do. I would really appreciate that. I'm not so interested in this anyways, Illutrax, but thanks for asking and offering. The thing is, I'm a very small streamer, like no one knows me. The coin is not going to get any traction because of me, so there's no point in really setting it up. Just the documentation, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that right now. Time has various fonts in the trailer. Ah, Time has multiple fonts? I wonder, are you looking at the... Oh yeah, it does. It does have multiple fonts, you're right. I guess I changed it. You're right about that, yeah. It's also to help at least the first project you made and bring more attention to it. The first project is dead. Don't worry about it. That cat game is not gonna sell. The only thing I'm gonna do with this cat game is probably I'm gonna like put it on sale for like €1 in December or something, or maybe in the summer. And then I'm gonna make a competition to see like who can finish it the fastest, and that person will get like a statue or something permanent on the top of the roof at the end of the game. That is probably gonna be the last thing I do when I touch this project. Oh, really? There's a review about the price. Nice. I didn't see that. Browse all 7. Am I missing something maybe? I have mine filtered. Is it language? Ah, okay. Ah, nice. I didn't even see that Illutrax. This guy had performance issues. This guy... I have to read this sometime. Thank you for making me aware of it. But yeah, €9 was a little steep. I think I'm gonna make the next one maybe cheaper. It depends on the type of game. That's the thing, right? But this game was a little expensive with 9. So I ran a 75% off in September, and a lot of people actually bought it. So yeah, price was off. I think if I had the right price in the beginning, I would maybe sell like 20-30 copies off straight off. But yeah, for an hour gameplay, $9 would be a premium experience. Yeah, I agree. It's a bit expensive. I did just follow some statistics and stuff on the price. I thought myself it was maybe a bit too expensive, but I wanted to try and set the price which was recommended there. But if I would set the price again, I would probably go lower. See, bounce. Number of bounces. So where do I get the number of bounces? Blah, 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 blah. Number of bounces. I get it here. Can't I move that maybe? Ah, that takes into account the temp eligible targets, I see. So up here, the number of bounces should be taken from the weapon stats, I guess. What is it called? Just bounce, okay. Bounce. I've heard several that plays indie games say I want 1 hour of fun per $1, and I do agree with this statement. I'm going to try to work with that for my games. That's roughly what I as a consumer expect too. That's rarely full price. And for indie titles, this rule is not always applicable because you know they are smaller teams solo and don't have the resources to make a 20-hour epic. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we see we target nothing, the lasers stay, so that's like the issue that I'm working on right now, right? Yeah, this has to be performance issues, right? Who's this Russian guy that I gave the game to free to, I wonder? Product received for free. Is it a YouTuber maybe that I sent it to or something? Ah, no, it's one of those curators on Steam. I gave. It's from Cat's Kitty. Okay. The gameplay is completely buggy and bad. Unlucky. And this? Time-based trials, 4 difficult levels. Fairly simply older assets, but it's clearly made with heart and very high quality. During the pre-release, there were a few minor bugs, even though the developer didn't respond directly, they fixed them. The game can be completed fairly quickly, in about 1 hour, but with the option to replay individual levels. The levels themselves are diverse and interesting. The cat's animations are very well done. Yeah, I did like the cat's animations. So it was like a woman called Lady Mito who made this cat for free in the Unity Asset Store. And I messaged her, like, I asked, can I use this cat on like my Steam page and stuff as the face of my game, you know? And she was, she was like, I suppose many small artists are very, very happy that I contacted her. And she was so appreciative. She gave me like a bigger version of the cat with animations and everything. So I ended up buying some like full package from her as well, from the cat. I was very happy with her work. Wallpaper, blah blah blah. I also really like the logic and puzzle level where you need to place the cat on a white or black square correctly 10 times. Suddenly, in a platformer focused on speed and time trials, you actually have to think. That was very interesting. As for achievements, I still couldn't figure out how to unlock I'm taking this with me. I see. It seems like you're supposed to take the ball of yarn that's on the roof with you, but it's unclear how. Yeah, you have to push it in the end portal. Because once you reach that point, the game immediately kicks you back to the main menu after finishing the level. Yeah. He did get the right idea, but I guess he never tried to push the ball of yarn through the end portal. That's all you need to do. Pleasant music, achievements, cute kitty, replayability, interesting design level, progress saving, cons, none found. Well, he was happy with it at least. That's good. Yeah, I guess the achievement, he didn't understand it. Happy to see someone liked it. What did this guy said? He played for, how long is this? 12 minutes, is it? curators are not trustworthy. No, I guess they can be biased because they get the game for free then. It is much better than $60 to $80 ARA games. Yeah, a whole bunch of them are just in it for free keys. But the curator reviews comes after they get the free keys though. But yeah, I understand. Some of them sell the keys. Headbook games, yeah, if you look at the recent incremental clicker games, you can see a trend that is roughly 5 to 10 for about 2 to 3 hours. Double A. This guy was happy there was Chinese language support and achievements. Happy to hear it. This one. This one is saying very fun game, but extremely frustrating at times. Overall, a good game. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. This is a woman. I remember her. This is probably the one where it says it's a bit expensive. Because this is Dutch, right? German, I mean. It's best played with friends because it can be frustratingly difficult. There are probably 16 levels / trials, well, there are 10. Made with a lot of love and only costs $2.19 on sale. The game runs smoothly, voice audio is okay, plus minus the game is relatively simple in design. $8.79 is too expensive in my opinion for a casual game. Yeah. The normal price is too high, I agree. Downloaded my PS4 controller profile with it. The game plays relatively well. I'm surprised. Like the controller, I don't own a controller, so I borrowed a controller for 2 days, and that's all the work that went into it. Tone-wise, mixed but fair. Praise for polish and performance. Main criticism is price at full cost and difficulty frustration. Yeah, completely valid. Are you streaming and the audience loves to see you get tortured and laugh at how incompetent you are at games? Look no further, this is the perfect game for you. I even struggle at very easy, I cried. Yeah. A farming game is less work for 1 hour content compared to incremental. Yeah, makes sense. Any repetitive game loop where you can reuse a lot of the logic is probably gonna add up a lot of game time. The coin is launched. Okay, man. Yo, there's bags coins for you. You supporting a coin. I believe could be Illutrax made a coin. Not really interested in that. Thank you though. All right, we got 20 minutes before I have to go. So yeah, you're right. I should ban them, right? Let's see. How do I ban people? I know I can ban them from the restream chat, but if I add them to block list here, Click name and the circle. I'm actually so bad at this stuff. So like this guy, for example, Illitrax. You can go here, ban. This guy. Okay. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna ban them now. Hey, fellow, thank you so much. Is it Degerimf? Is that what it said? I appreciate it, man. Every follow means a lot for such a small streamer as me. Let's see. It is legit. I think that's one of them. Meme monster seems to be the same. Lalvonsol. Hey! Another follow. Thank you so much, man. It's great. Thanks for supporting the stream. Did I get all the bots yet or no? Oh, they just keep spamming. So annoying. Welcome, Cicero. I'm sure you are a bot. You are the worst bot. Damn you. Oh well, I hope I got most of them. Just tell me if there's more crypto scams going, and I will get them. Yeah, I suppose moderator could be fine. Don't really have. It would have to be like a community modder though, because someone that does it for just to help me out, because I don't have much money to pay anyone with, unfortunately. All right, so the bounce shot is right. I could do one where there is no target, and then if there is either no target or basically nothing extra to bounce to, in those two examples we could turn off the extra bounce, all the extra bounces. And then we actually have to see. Then we actually have to run this function also when we're not hitting an enemy, because right now it's only when we hit an enemy. Today I'm building a laser for my game. It's quite near completion, but it's there's a small hiccups with the visuals when for the bouncing of the laser when there's enemies close by each other. Like the laser, I have to delete it when I stop aiming at the target, you know. It updates correctly when I shoot a new target, but when I shoot nothing, it doesn't update. These two lasers down here should be removed when I don't hit anything anymore, basically. So yeah, couple of hiccups, but we're getting there. Let's see. Blah blah blah. No one pays their mods, with very few exception of big wig streamers. I see. Yeah, then maybe I could add some. Maybe you want to be a mod. You would be good at it. I'm a bot too, but sometimes off stream. You should check it all out. Everyone has left your coin. Ah, it's one of those guys. Okay. Can't promise you're always here. Got a crunch at work in the near future. That's no problem, mate. You just let me know if you wanna have the mod status the times you are visiting the stream. Otherwise, I'm happy to just have you stop by whenever you have time, you know? You don't have to do the mod work if you don't want to. You love banning people. Yeah, who doesn't, right? Okay, so I think it's basically ready now if we can trigger the bounce shots when we shoot at nothing as well. So the bounce shot. Hit target that fires. Let's see, laser enemy tick that fires if we have a raycast target. Okay. And this is if the raycast target is in enemy hurt box. I think we basically want to do it whenever we fire. Thing is, we might have to split it in two though, like just updating the laser visuals and actually doing the damage. Because the laser visuals we would like to update every frame, but the damage we only want to happen like every 0.5 seconds like that, so. Give me a big sword or Sarko dies. Oh no, not my D&D character. I guess I have no choice then. I'll figure out how to do it tonight. You have a random Judge Fleischer soundbite playing on each band? I just do it like that, okay. So do you want mod as well, Stole90? I know you've been here many days now, so I know you pretty well. Now Cicero is a mod at least, so my D&D character can live today as well. Okay. There you go. Mods can't ban each other. Okay. The Cicero can't get rid of you now. You're safe. Let's see, func, update bounds, tracers. Do it like this. Do it like this. I should probably make things modular, like choosing the target, getting the hurt box and all of these things, and then I should just do one script with the damage included and one script without the damage included. Then I can run the tracer visual update every frame, and then I can just run the damage whenever the weapon fires. You really hate bots? This is one of the main reasons you left WoW back in the days? Yeah, they are pretty egregious there. Now it's time to talk about your coin. Also join my cult. Yeah. Oh, that's a pretty good deal. Only all my life savings and property. That's fine. No problem. Okay, so all laser visuals. I don't think I have to eat before I go to D&D, so I don't have time to finish everything now. But I have a pretty clear idea of what I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna move all the visual updates of the laser up here, and then I'm just gonna make sure those visual updates trigger every frame, and then the actual dealing damage to the bounce targets, it's then gonna be happening only when the fire tick goes off, I guess you can say, like every fire rate of the laser. Like every 0.5 seconds it can do damage. But I think this is like a half an hour job. So it's a good time to wrap it up for today. You still get to life in your past property, but you might have to rent it out for the greater good. Yeah, that's understandable. Also, you're still expected to pay for the expenses going forward. No problem, no problem. Okay. We applied the emission energy to the move tracer call. That worked pretty well. We didn't make the laser shop yet, so that we have to do next time as well. And the impact effect on the target we shoot. And the sound. These are remaining, but we also should do split visuals of laser to be updated. Laser bounces. The tracers to be updated every frame, while the damage only triggers every fire. Okay. So all in all, could be like 1 day of work for me, since I'm very slow. Wrapping up for the day? Yeah, that's right. I soon have a D&D session with my friends. So I'm gonna head off there after I eat. What app is this? This is just OneNote actually, so nothing special. I just try to keep track of what I do every day. It's 17 today. I didn't work yesterday. More laser work. Let's see what we did do. Finished up damage ramp multiplier as well as energy multiplier for the laser. We also made a functionality for bouncing to target closest enemy instead of random. Each bounce. We did those 2 things. I'm not sure if we did much more than that. D&D, yeah, it's really cool. We've been playing. I'm not sure now, maybe 2.5 years. We played a lot. It's been a lot of fun. We did the Curse of Strahd. We are doing like Vandelver below as a pre-made modules, and we also have like a homebrew campaign one of my friends is running. Longest group you played in was a year? A year is good. Year is fun. It's not bad. You DM'd about 10 sessions. Nice. I think I only DM'd once. That's fine, man. You don't have to be good to be a DM. Everyone is happy to have a DM. So if anyone like want to stop by another day as well, I will make sure to stream a lot going forward. I just got a bit of support granted from the government to actually do game development for a year, so I'm gonna go all in. It's gonna be very interesting. Also, if you actually want to follow the progress, but you don't want to sit through very long streams, feel free to just check in the YouTube channel every week. I will post a short, less than 60 seconds, which explain everything I did that week, every single week this year. The YouTube channel, by the way, is basically the same name except it's not live. Swabby Games, I believe. This one. That's where the shorts will be posted. Thanks for watching. Great that I saw you guys came here during the week as well. Very cool that you stopped by in the weekend too. I appreciate it. Have a nice Saturday, guys. Maybe we should end by rating someone. Raid browser. I see someone complaining about crypto bots. Yeah. I can search. Can I search Godot? Is there some something fun going on there? No. Game dev with the cat on the screen? Well, that's pretty good. Is it procedural paths that connect dungeon rooms? Well, in my opinion, that sounds pretty interesting, right? I Heart Funny Boys and RJL Jones, okay. RockGen, you want to check that out? Okay, let's do it. Wow, she's been streaming for like 9 hours. That's crazy. I wonder what happened with the raid. Did it go through? No? Yeah, I appreciate to have you here as well, Headboop Games. I clicked raid, but it didn't seem to go through. So let me cancel it and try again. Yeah, I know. Last time I did it, it showed the timer, and then I could click it to move it forward. But I guess I'll just click it and wait for 1 minute then, and see if it goes through. It looks like it's not going through here. Let's see, raid browser. We go to the streamer, we click, we start raid. No pop-up. I'll try another streamer to make sure. That's not the problem. I Heart Funny Boys. It's a neat streamer. Okay, let's try it here then. Yes. Now it seems to be ready. Okay. Have fun at I hot, funny boys, guys. See you later.
But of course, Swabby Games, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What'd you get up to? What are you working on? Can you send me something with pretty pictures in it? Or a video, perhaps? Or tell me where in your stream I should jump to see the stuff? Because I would like to see some stuff.